Hi everyone, this is Priyanka working as Assistant Professor in SNS College of Engineering. Today in my lecture series, we are just going to see in detail about weak authentication in the subject cryptography and cybersecurity. In my last lecture series, we have seen about open access distribution of data. Now we are just going to see about weak authentication. First of all, weak authentication refer to authentication mechanism or practices that fail to adequately verify the identity of users, making systems vulnerable to unauthorized access and potential security breaches. Weak authentication methods often lack robustness and are easily exploited by attackers. Here are some characteristics of weak authentication. Single factor authentication. This involves using only one form of authentication, typically something the user knows, that is a password, or something they possesses. Example, a physical token. Short or simple passwords. Passwords that are short, common, or easily guessable are considered weak. For example, passwords like password 123, 123456 or QWERT are easy cracked through brute force attack or dictionary attacks. No multi-factor authentication, that is MFA. Multi-factor authentication adds an extra layer to security by requiring users to provide two or more forms of verification before granting access. Insecure password storage. Storing password in plain text or using weak encryption methods makes them susceptible to authorized access. If the system is compromised, passwords should be securely hashed using strong cryptographic algorithms with setting to protect against attacks. Default or shared credentials. Systems or devices that use default or shared credentials are vulnerable to exploitation because attackers can easily obtain these credentials from publicly available sources or through social engineering. No account logout mechanism. Without mechanism to limit the number of failed authentication attempts or to temporarily lock accounts after a certain number of failed attempts, systems are susceptible to brute force attacks. Addressing weak authentication involves implementing stronger authentication methods such as multi-factor authentication, enforcing password complexity requirements, regularly updating passwords, securely storing credentials, and implementing account logout policies. Additionally, user education and awareness training can help mitigation the risk of the weak authentication by promoting good password hygiene and recognizing common attack vectors. Here the disadvantages are certain way while strong authentication methods are crucial for bolstering security, there are some potential disadvantages and challenges associated with their implementation. User experience impact. Strong authentication methods such as multi-factor authentication can sometimes introduce friction into the user experience. Implementation complexity. Implementing and managing strong authentication mechanism often requires additional resources, experiences, and infrastructures. Potential for user error. With more complex authentication mechanism, there is an increased risk of user error, such as entering incorrect verification codes or forgetting passwords. All these Cost. Deploying and maintaining strong authentication solutions may incur additional costs, including licensing fee of MFA software, hardware, token procurement, and ongoing support and maintenance expenses. Dependency on external factors. Some authentication methods, such as biometrics or one time password sent through SMS, rely on external factors such as availability of biometric scanners. Security risks of MFA methods. While MFA enhances security compared to single factor authentication, it's not immune to risk. User resistance and adoption challenges. Users may resist adopting strong authentication methods due to unfamiliarity, pressures, inconvenience, or concerns about privacy and security. Thank you.